Ever find yourself dreading the sound of your alarm, signaling the start of another workday? It's a sentiment more common than you might think. In the vast landscape of employment, job dissatisfaction lurks in many corners, trapping us in a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. But fear not, we're here to arm you with actionable tips to break free from this cycle. From identifying your dislikes to exploring new opportunities, we've got you covered. If you're nodding along, stick with us as we delve into a journey of career liberation. The first stop on our journey involves a bit of soul-searching. Now, this might sound like a daunting task, but it's absolutely essential if you're to navigate your way out of an unhappy job. To start, you need to identify what exactly it is that you dislike about your current situation. Imagine trying to cure an ailment without knowing the cause. You might end up taking the wrong medication, which not only fails to solve the problem, but could even make things worse. The same applies to job dissatisfaction. You must pinpoint the root cause or causes. Is it the monotonous work, a toxic culture, lack of growth opportunities, or perhaps a difficult boss? Let's take a real-life example to illustrate this. Meet Jane. Jane was an accountant at a mid-sized firm. She was good at her job, but she found herself dreading every single day at work. Initially, she thought it was the job itself she despised. The numbers, the spreadsheets, the financial reports. She even considered changing her career entirely. But upon deeper reflection, Jane realized it wasn't the job she disliked, it was her boss. Her boss was unsupportive, overly critical, and seldom provided constructive feedback. She felt undervalued and underappreciated, which led to her dissatisfaction. Now, this revelation didn't immediately solve Jane's problem, but it did provide a clear direction. Instead of contemplating a complete career shift, she started looking for similar roles in companies known for their supportive management. You see, not all problems require drastic solutions. Sometimes it's about making subtle changes, like finding a similar job but in a different environment or under a different management. So, how can you, like Jane, identify what you dislike about your job? Start by making a list. Write down every single thing that bothers you about your job. It could be anything from a long commute to a lack of recognition. Once you have your list, categorize them. Are they related to the job itself, the people, the environment, the company culture, or something else? This will help you understand what factors contribute to your dissatisfaction. This process might take some time, and that's perfectly fine. Remember, it's not a race. It's about improving your quality of life, and that's worth taking the time for. Once you've identified what you dislike, you're already halfway there. By understanding the root of your unhappiness, you can start to seek out solutions and make informed decisions about your career. So take that first step. Start identifying what you dislike about your job. Remember, it's not about assigning blame or wallowing in negativity. It's about understanding, so you can start making changes for the better. Understanding the root of your dissatisfaction is the first step towards finding a solution. We'll be exploring solutions in the next part of our journey, so stay tuned. Now that you've identified what's causing the unhappiness, could the solution be closer than you think? Often we're quick to jump ship when things get tough, but what if the keys to unlocking your job satisfaction lie within your current role? Let's explore this possibility together. Imagine for a moment the story of Emily. Emily worked as a project manager for a bustling marketing firm. She was good at her job and enjoyed the work, but the pressure of constant deadlines and long hours left her feeling overwhelmed and dissatisfied. She considered quitting, but instead decided to seek solutions within her current job. Emily started by identifying the root cause of her dissatisfaction. For her, it wasn't the job itself, but the lack of work-life balance. She realized she needed more flexibility in her schedule to spend quality time with her family and pursue her personal interests. Armed with this knowledge, Emily approached her superiors with a clear and well-thought-out proposal for a flexible work schedule. She presented her case, highlighting how this change would not only improve her job satisfaction, but also her productivity and quality of work. To Emily's delight, her superiors agreed to her proposal. She was allowed to work from home 2 days a week and adjust her working hours to better fit her lifestyle. This change didn't magically solve all of Emily's challenges, but it significantly improved her job satisfaction. Like Emily, you too can seek solutions within your current job. But how do you do that? Start by identifying the specific aspects of your job that you're unhappy with. Is it the workload, the work hours, the office environment, or perhaps the lack of recognition? Once you've pinpointed the issues, brainstorm possible solutions. Could a more flexible schedule, a quieter workspace, or regular feedback sessions with your boss help? Once you've come up with potential solutions, it's time to communicate your needs. Approach your superiors or HR department with a well-planned proposal. Remember, it's essential to highlight the benefits for both you and the company. Be open to negotiation and compromise. You might not get everything you want, but even small changes can make a big difference. Like Emily, you might find that the solution to your job dissatisfaction lies not in leaving your job, but in reshaping it to better suit your needs. Remember, every job has its challenges, but by actively seeking solutions within your current role, you can transform these challenges into opportunities for growth and satisfaction. And remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and perseverance. But with a positive mindset and a proactive approach, you can turn your job dissatisfaction into a path towards job fulfillment. In conclusion, before you consider leaping into the unknown, take a moment to inspect the ground you're standing on. You might be surprised to find that with a little bit of watering, the grass can indeed become greener right where you are. Sometimes the grass is greener where you water it. But what if the situation is not within your control? It's time to learn some coping strategies. If you've ever felt like a ship tossed about on stormy seas, you'll know the importance of an anchor. In the turbulent waters of job dissatisfaction, coping strategies serve as that anchor, keeping you steady and providing you with the resilience to weather the storm. Let's start with stress management techniques. These are crucial because stress, if left unchecked, can wreak havoc on your physical and emotional well-being. One effective technique is deep breathing. It's simple yet powerful. When you're feeling overwhelmed, just take a moment to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly. Do this a few times, and you'll start to feel a sense of calm washing over you. Another technique is mindfulness, which is all about living in the present moment. Instead of worrying about the past or the future, focus on the here and now. This can help reduce anxiety and improve your overall mood. You can practice mindfulness anywhere, anytime, while you're eating, walking, or even while you're at work. Healthy habits also play a crucial role in coping with job dissatisfaction. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can all contribute to a healthier, happier you. Remember, your physical health is closely tied to your emotional health. Now, let's talk about a woman named Emma. Emma was a high-powered executive who was constantly stressed out because of her demanding job. She felt like she was on a never-ending treadmill, running faster and faster, but going nowhere. She started experiencing anxiety attacks and knew she needed to do something. Emma decided to try meditation. She started with just 5 minutes a day, focusing on her breath and letting go of all the stress and tension. Slowly, she increased the duration. She found that meditation not only helped her manage her stress better, but also gave her a sense of peace and tranquility. What's more, meditation helped Emma gain clarity. She started seeing her job and her life from a new perspective. She realized that she had the power to change her situation, and she started making small but significant changes in her life. Emma's story is a powerful reminder that coping strategies are not just about managing stress. They are also about empowering you to take control of your situation, to find peace amidst the chaos, and to navigate your way towards a better future. Remember, it's not about enduring a bad situation, but finding ways to make it more bearable while you work on a long-term solution. And while these coping strategies may not change your job overnight, they can certainly change your outlook on it. So, take a deep breath, focus on the present moment, take care of your health, and don't forget to meditate. Because, as Emma's story shows us, sometimes the key to changing your job starts with changing yourself. Remember, it's not about enduring a bad situation, but finding ways to make it more bearable while you work on a long-term solution. Feeling stuck is often a result of not knowing what other options are out there. It's like being in a maze with no map, wandering aimlessly, hoping to stumble upon the exit. But what if I told you that there's a way to create your own map, to chart your own course? Welcome to the world of exploring other opportunities. It's a vast, exciting landscape brimming with potential, waiting for those daring enough to venture forth. And no, it doesn't necessarily mean quitting your job tomorrow and diving headfirst into the unknown. It's about researching, planning, and preparing for your next move. Imagine our friend, let's call him Oliver. He was once stuck in a corporate job, shackled by routine and the monotony of 9 to 5. He yearned for flexibility, for control over his own time. But he didn't know what else was out there, what else he could do. So he began to explore. He started by identifying his skills, his passions, what he was inherently good at. He knew he had a knack for writing. He had always enjoyed crafting stories, playing with words. He wondered, could he turn this into a career? He began researching freelance writing, learning about the opportunities it offered. He discovered a vast network of writers working remotely, crafting words from their own homes or while traveling the world. He was intrigued, excited by the possibilities. But Oliver didn't just dive in. He prepared. He started building a portfolio, taking on small writing gigs alongside his day job. He attended webinars, networked with other writers, learned about the industry. He was laying the groundwork, readying himself for the transition. And then, when he felt ready, he made the leap. He left his corporate job and embraced his new life as a freelance writer. It wasn't without its challenges, of course. There were moments of doubt, times when he questioned his decision, but he persevered, driven by his passion and the freedom his new career offered. Oliver's story is just one example of how exploring other opportunities can lead to a fulfilling career change. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone, about being open to possibilities. It might be a different industry, a different role, or even a different way of working, like remote or freelance work. Remember, the world is full of opportunities. It's not just about the traditional 9 to 5. There are countless paths to choose from, countless ways to make a living. It's about finding the one that aligns with your skills, your passions, and your lifestyle. So start exploring. Research, network, learn. Don't be afraid to venture into the unknown. The path may be uncertain, but the rewards could be immense. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. Don't let the sun set on your potential. Start exploring today, and who knows where you might end up. Sometimes the path to job satisfaction requires learning new skills or even a new profession. There's a certain magic in these words, wouldn't you agree? They speak to the heart of our topic for today, upskilling or retraining. It's about the audacious idea of not just changing jobs but transforming oneself. Now, you might be wondering, what's the whole fuss about upskilling or retraining? Well, it's about sharpening your toolkit, adding new skills to your repertoire, or in some cases, picking up an entirely new toolkit. It's about the courage to look at an unsatisfying career and say, no, this is not where my story ends. Upskilling or retraining offers a multitude of benefits. It opens up new avenues, broadens your horizons, and increases your market value. It's like hitting the refresh button on your career, giving you a fresh lease of life. Imagine, if you will, the story of Alex. Alex was an accountant, well-versed in the language of numbers. But over time, Alex found that the monotony of ledgers and balance sheets was draining the joy out of life. Then one day, Alex stumbled upon coding, the language of the future. Intrigued, Alex decided to dip a toe into the world of web development. Stepping out of the comfort zone is never easy, and it wasn't for Alex either. There were times when the unfamiliar jargon of HTML and CSS felt as cryptic as ancient hieroglyphics. But Alex persisted, driven by the thrill of creating something out of nothing, of seeing lines of code transform into a functional, beautiful website. Fast forward a few months, and Alex was no longer just an accountant. Alex was a web developer, a creator in the digital world. The transition wasn't easy, but it was worth it. As Alex put it, it was like discovering a part of myself I never knew existed. Now, not everyone might have an epiphany like Alex, but that's the beauty of upskilling or retraining. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about finding what fits you, what ignites your passion, and what brings you satisfaction. Perhaps you're a writer who wants to delve into digital marketing, or a salesperson who wishes to explore graphic design. Or maybe you're like Alex, an accountant yearning to code. Whoever you are, whatever your current profession, there's a world of possibilities out there, waiting for you to explore. Upskilling or retraining is not a magic wand that instantly transforms your career. It requires effort, persistence, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. But the rewards it brings, the satisfaction, the growth, the self-discovery, are worth every bit of the journey. So if you find yourself stuck in an unsatisfying job, remember Alex's story. Remember that it's never too late to learn, to grow, to reinvent yourself. As a wise person once said, learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence. When in doubt, seek professional help. This statement couldn't be more true, especially when you're navigating through the murky waters of job dissatisfaction. You see, career coaches and counselors are like the lighthouses in the midst of a stormy sea. Their role is to guide you, to help you find your bearings, and ultimately, to lead you to your destination, a fulfilling and satisfying job. Let's take a moment and consider the story of Emma. Emma, like many others, was stuck in a job that she found unfulfilling. Despite having a secure position and a decent income, she found herself dreading Monday mornings and counting down the minutes until the end of each workday. She knew something had to change, but she didn't know where to start. That's when she decided to consult a career counselor. Now, a career counselor isn't a magic wand that can instantly transport you to your dream job. What they can do, however, is help you understand your skills, your passions, and your potential. They can guide you in identifying what you truly want from your career and offer you strategies to achieve it. Emma's career counselor helped her realize that her dissatisfaction wasn't necessarily with her job, but rather with the industry she was in. She discovered that her passion lay in helping others, and that she found fulfillment in roles that allowed her to make a difference in people's lives. With this newfound clarity, she was able to plan her next steps. The career counselor guided Emma through the process of exploring new industries, identifying potential roles that would align with her passion, and developing a strategy to transition into her new career. This included improving her resume, preparing for interviews, and networking effectively. It wasn't easy, and it certainly wasn't instant. Emma faced her share of rejections and setbacks, but with each hurdle, she learned, adapted, and grew. She remained resilient, holding on to the vision of the fulfilling career that awaited her, and eventually, her efforts paid off. Emma landed a job in a non-profit organization, a role that allowed her to make a difference every single day. Emma's story is just one of many. Career coaches and counselors have helped countless individuals navigate their way out of job dissatisfaction and into careers that bring them joy and fulfillment. They provide a fresh perspective, objective advice, and a wealth of knowledge and resources. They can help you uncover your strengths, understand your values, and guide you towards a career that aligns with who you truly are. So if you're feeling stuck, remember that you don't have to navigate this journey alone. Reach out to a career coach or counselor, because sometimes a new perspective is all it takes to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Leaving an unhappy job might seem daunting, but remember, it's your journey to take. Let's recap the voyage we've shared today. First, we identified what made us unhappy in our current positions. Remember, pinpointing the problem is the first step towards solving it. Next, we looked for solutions within our current roles, demonstrating that often change can come from within. We also explored developing coping strategies, essential tools for navigating any rough seas in the workplace. Then, we charted a course towards new opportunities, showing that sometimes a fresh start is the best start. We also discussed upskilling or retraining, reminding ourselves that it's never too late to learn new skills or switch careers. Finally, we delved into the benefits of consulting a career coach or counselor, a lighthouse guiding us towards our professional goals. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Broke Minds Academy for more helpful videos. Here's to finding a job that sparks joy.